Hey friends, good evening from Dubai and good morning, good afternoon, whichever part of the world you are in. I was just watching a video of Mukesh Ambani and that made me to think. Now, do you know that every thought we think, every emotions we have, every behavior or actions we take and all the results we have are driven by something. Now that those things are driven by your thoughts. If you have heard about this book, Think and Grow Rich, it says think and grow rich. Our thoughts drives everything. But do you know that when your thoughts are driven by your values, the results will be different as compared to when your thoughts are driven by valuation. I was watching video of Mukesh Ambani. Now, if you are Indian, you must be knowing that he's one of the richest person, industrialist. And he was sharing something like he says he is always driven by values, not valuation. Now imagine that the person like him, every day, like in newspaper, media or TV, we will see that okay, he is now not world's richest person. Sometimes it says world's second, third richest person. Sometimes it is India's richest person, and up and downs are happening. Maybe in his industry, maybe in valuation of his shares, maybe valuation of his company. But when he told that his emotions or his behavior is not driven by valuation, he's allowing to drive by values. And then I was reading this book. This book says Who is in Your Room by BNI founder Dr. Ivan Meissner. And he says we are like the people with whom we are connected, we attract based on the values we are aligned with. And then I've noted down few values from this book, and it says authenticity, courage, family, freedom, financial security, friendship, giving, gratitude, growth, health, relationship, integrity, lifelong learning, loyalty. These are the few. There are many values. Now, I want you to, when you are watching this, I want you to think which are few of these values or one of these values drives you. When I was thinking, for me, I'm still driven by say freedom, and that made me to take actions which I have taken. I have taken some crazy decisions and actions because it was a freedom which was driving me. Then comes lifelong learning. Every day I'm learning. What I'm sharing with you, I learned. I learn from every day. I make sure that I am learning for 2-3 hours. This was one of the reasons I left my job, because my job was not allowing this freedom to invest in me for 3-4 hours. What is your value? What drives you? And then there are other values also. Some values are like power, fear, greed, security, control, competition. Now these values will not help you much. So think about that. If suppose fear is driving you, if worry and doubt is driving you, instead of confidence, doubt is driving you, the results will be totally different. Think about this. What drives you? Valuation will make you feeling of competition. Like suppose if Mukesh Ambani was driven by valuation, the moment Reliance shares goes up or down, he will have emotional ups and downs. But that's what he was clarifying, that he doesn't allow those external factors, those valuation to have him emotional roller coaster ride. Now this is the choice he has made. The more wealthier you are, you will have more fear. But then when I learned from him that let your value to drive you. And at this moment, you have a choice to think what is driving you. When I was watching his video, I came out with freedom, financial freedom, family, health, and now I have time freedom. And always when I look back, what made me to take some decision, what made me to invest in myself, going to mentors like Bob Proctor, Robert Kiyosaki. Even I have many mentors as of now. Why? Because I wanted to have freedom. And instead of waiting for 25-30 years, I made a choice to go to the masters, learn from them. Otherwise, it would have taken maybe 30-40 years. Like I'm mentored by Bob Proctor. And what Bob Proctor was teaching, he has invested 62 years of his life. Now, he learned from his mentor, Earl Nightingale. Earl Nightingale has invested his entire life. Earl Nightingale learned from Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill has again invested entire life. Napoleon Hill is the author of this book. and he was mentored by Andrew Carnegie, who was world's richest person. Now all this wisdom of say 200, 250, 300 years, if I get from Bob Proctor just by being committed, following with values, allowing my freedom to drive me, making investment in me, being authentic, I achieved those goals. My big dream of financial freedom, it is manifested 4 years back. Why? Because I allowed myself driven by those good or core values. So I want you to think, what are your core values? What are the values driving you? Or you are driven by your bank account, you are driven by your P&L report, you are driven by your competition, or maybe something which you feel that missing in you. Many times, like say, instead of focusing on what we have a habit, we are programmed to think from what we don't have. The moment you think from there, you will start finding what is missing. Now there is another core value, or gratitude. So I learned from Bob Proctor again that when you are grateful, you will have a tendency to look good in your life. Let it be even small thing. So when I look at, he told me that make a list of 10 things you are grateful for, write it down every day. I am doing that. And I start my morning with feeling grateful. I understood financial security also. So I worked on my money habits. I built my financial freedom by building those values. Think about this. If something you feel that there is a misalignment, it's all because of values. Take control of your values. I don't say take control, but let your value to be aligned with your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions to get the results you want. So just before I close this video, I want to share this model. Now this is a model of alignment, or this is how Bob Proctor was teaching. This is mind and this is body. It's all about alignment of your mind and body. Your body with which you take actions. And mind is where you think. Conscious mind, subconscious mind, and body. Now your thoughts needs to be aligned with your emotions and needs to be aligned with your vibration or actions. That's how the results come. Anyway, results you are getting in life. Now those results are according to you, what you want or what you don't want. But when you learn how to take control of your thoughts, 97% of the people in the world, their thoughts are driven by their senses. What we see, hear, smell, taste and touch. So today morning, if just I give you today's example, on the first front page, if you are in Dubai or UAE, and I'm talking about Khaleej Times. So this newspaper of Dubai, I will just read it. It's on front page, it says, stress to blame for 40% residents sleepless nights. So this news says, if you read this, or it is this, stress living residents sleepless at night. Now the moment you allow this kind of things, what happens? You read this. So suppose if I was not having this awareness, what would have happened? I will see this, read this newspaper, I will get something on social media, I will see something on TV, I will have my own bank balance or bank account statement, I will have my P&L report, I will have my medical report, and this information will go into my conscious mind. And my thoughts will be all based on this. So when I feel that, okay, there is cost of living is rising, when sleepless nights are there, when business is not growing, it is declining, all those things, if I allow, if I don't have those values which drives me, I'll be driven by circumstances. And then what happens? When your thoughts are driven by your circumstances, your present results, your emotions are also will be according to that. So if you have thoughts of worry and doubt, what will happen? You will have fear, frustration, anger, jealousy, guilt, resentment, all those things are going to be your emotions, your feelings in your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind will dictate the vibration of your body. See, we are, you can say, mass of energy, and that will be dictated, it's vibration, we release a frequency. Now that frequency is based on the vibration we are in, and those vibrations will be dictated by our thoughts, our feelings, and that's what will decide our actions, and actions will bring results. So there are certain simple things, but unfortunately those things are not covered in any education system. Now, does it mean that you should remain ignorant? Definitely not. It's your choice. Gain the knowledge. Study it. Understand what are your values which are driving you. Maybe you want to do something, but you are scared. You have fear because you have family to take care. You can't take some drastic actions. But when you have that confidence that you have all the talents and ability, you have faith instead of fear, you have understanding instead of having worry and doubt, all those things will change. Work on yourself. That is the best thing we can do. Like, see, again I am quoting Bob Proctor. He says everything you invest, like maybe you are investing in a house, property, gold, car, everything is subject to market risk. Stock market, we know that now. Today there was, I read somewhere that Indian stock market was down by 1,000 points. Now what if we allow those things to control our thinking? Now all those investments are subject to market risk, but investing in you, nobody is going to take from you. It will always remain with you. It will always grow. How much time you are investing in you, how much money you are investing in you. I made a decision maybe 14 years back that I will keep on investing in me. And what happened? It made me better version of myself. It made me authentic, and it aligned me with my values. Now if I can do it, you can do it. So I will leave you with these thoughts. What is driving you? Your values or valuation? Your dream, your goal or competition? Circumstances or your desires? That's all. This is Deepak Badra. Hope this was useful to you. Like, comment, share with other people, so even they can also get benefited through you. Thank you and have a great evening. Bye bye.